Now on Nightside, winter weather is here. Crashes are causing a mess on the roads. How much it'll cost you if you need a tow.
The snow has stopped, but the weather alert days continue. Up next, bone-chilling cold and some sub-zero wind chill. That's in the first alert forecast.
And an update on the Hyundai Elantra that Moscow police are searching for and how armchair sleuths are reacting. You're watching 4 News Now Nightside.
This is a live look on I-90 eastbound near the Hamilton Street interchange. Several lanes are blocked. You can see the cones there still loading a little bit, but it does look like there was a jackknifed Amazon truck. It's still there, and it's just one of many collisions tonight that WashDOT says are due to either drivers speeding or not having enough distance when stopping. Our team of weather experts have declared the next 2 days weather alert days, which means if you're traveling for the holidays, you could run into some major issues. Thanks for joining us this Nightside. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Aaron Luna. Eastbound lanes are closed on Snoqualmie Pass. Stevens has reopened, but WashDOT wants to remind drivers to be alert, be patient, and also be prepared. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker has been telling us about this cold weather coming in for several days now. And Chris, what are we looking at?
Well, we have a weather alert day for tomorrow for dangerous wind chill readings over the entire inland northwest. No one is immune from this cold air. Wednesday morning through Thursday at noon, that is when the wind chill warning is in effect, but we're already feeling the impacts of the wind chill. Here a look at the temperatures around the Spokane area. We're already below 0 at Fairchild Air Force Base, 3 below in Deer Park. We had dropped to 0 at the airport. Now we're up to 3, but we will not be at 3 for long. 14 in Liberty Lake, a few more clouds, and we're seeing some warmer temperatures over in North Idaho and extreme eastern Washington. Temperatures around the region, it's 15 below at Winthrop, 13 below in Colville. We don't have much of a breeze, as you can see, with the exception of the Okanagan Valley. But take a look at our wind chill readings. It feels like it's 7 below in Spokane, 17 below in Moses Lake, and 15 below in Omak. And it is going to get even colder. The last of the snow showers are moving out of the region, but they have certainly left a mess behind. Roads are still very dicey in some locations. If you are traveling tomorrow, you can expect blue skies. However, keep that weather emergency kit with you in the car in case you do have trouble, because it is going to be so brutally cold and there's still a lot of roads that have snow. We're going to be heading up to a high of 6 degrees tomorrow after a morning low of 3 below, but wind chill readings will be in the near 20-degree below 0 range. Aaron?
Chris, thank you. New video tonight of a white Hyundai Elantra that was found crashed in Eugene, Oregon. Moscow police have been looking for a white Hyundai Elantra in recent weeks, saying the driver and any passengers inside may have information that could be helpful in the case of 4 University of Idaho students who were killed last month.
And today, Moscow police ruled out a specific white Hyundai Elantra in Eugene, and those photos of that crashed car have been making the rounds on social media. New on Nightside now, Rania Kaur joins us in studio with what Moscow police are saying about this particular Elantra.
Aaron, Kirsten, Moscow police say they don't believe the white Hyundai Elantra or the owner is connected to the Moscow homicides. Tonight, they're asking the public to stop contacting the owner. Moscow police say they confirmed to detectives in Eugene, Oregon, that the white Hyundai Elantra was involved in a crash and was impounded. They say that car is registered in Colorado. You're seeing it right now on your screens, and they do not believe the owner or the car has anything to do with the murder investigation. Moscow investigators are going through about 22,000 Hyundai Elantra records in the U.S., hoping to pinpoint the one seen on surveillance footage the night of the murders. If you have any information about the car or any other tips, send an email to the address on your screen or call the investigations tip line at 208-883-7180. In studio tonight, I'm Rania Kaur, 4 News Now.
Rania, thank you. The snow also led to a travel nightmare for thousands of people flying in and out of SeaTac, with 200 flights canceled and more than 300 delayed. That's according to FlightAware. New on Nightside, Kristen Goodwillie explains why the Seattle airport is struggling to get their planes in the air.
The airport is packed, families excited to reunite. Outside, there's even snow falling. But with that snow and ice comes cancellations and delays.
We want to make sure that we are providing guests with as much advance notice as possible. And so if we cancel closer in, they're at the airport already.
This is the leading edge, the cowl. And of course, we want to make sure this is clear of ice.
Alaska Airlines says de-icing is the main reason for the canceled flight.
There are different levels to de-icing a plane, and a plane will not take off if there's ice accumulation. Here at SeaTac, this is one of 8 de-icing pads, and Alaska Airlines says many of the cancellations we're seeing today are because of the additional time it takes to de-ice a plane, as well as limited space here at the airport.
And it just takes time. We want to make sure that we take the time that we need to de-ice our aircraft and make sure they're safe to fly.
Over to the north end of the airport in the cargo area.
We're excited to see snow. We're ready.
SeaTac Airport's field crew has been working 12-hour shifts since Saturday on standby. Today,
You know, the minute they get to see action, it's like they're excited and ready to go.
was their time to shine. The goal is to clear the runway in 30 minutes. SeaTac maintaining the ground while airlines take care of the planes.
Everyone here at Alaska Airlines is committed to get our passengers where they want to go. There's no doubt, including all the pilots. However, safety's got to come first.
Those cancellation and delay numbers are much lower in Spokane. 12 flights were canceled, 41 delayed. And with snowstorms popping up across the country, multiple airlines, including United, American, and Southwest, are offering waivers for people to reschedule their flights, no extra charge. Other airlines, JetBlue, Alaska, Spirit, are also issuing waivers to change flights in certain airports on certain dates. You can check their websites for those details. Well, just like your house pipes, extreme cold weather can wreak havoc on your body as well. It can lead to frostbite, hypothermia, and an increased risk of heart attack, and that's according to the CDC.
For a lot of people living on the streets, finding a place to escape the freezing temperatures is difficult, as many shelters are filling up fast. The city and county are now rushing to build 350 new beds for the Trent Resource and Assistance Center, and that should go in by Wednesday. Earlier today, volunteers put together new beds and privacy screens at the city's shelter. They say they hope these extra beds can help people out of Camp Hope.
In a way that we can provide enough beds to hopefully decommission Camp Hope, that there's beds in the system to do that.
Spokane's fire chief says they're also checking on people stuck out in the snow and at Camp Hope. They have warming tents set up to keep people out of the life-threatening conditions.
Time for a look at Gonzaga basketball. Anywhere else, it's just another Tuesday night in college hoops, but not at Gonzaga. Gonzaga basketball came into tonight with 71 straight home wins, just one shy of the modern NCAA record. The Zags were looking to make a little bit of history. Gonzaga taking on Montana, and Montana had no answer for that guy right there, Drew Timme. Timme misses, but then he gets the putback. He has carried Gonzaga these last few games. This time, it's Timme on defense. Timme gets the stop and says, you know what? I'm going to take it myself. There is no stopping that man. But Montana hung around a little bit. Josh Bannon, he's their big guy over for the Grizzlies. 19 points to lead Montana. That cut it to a 5-point game with 3 minutes left, but that's when the Zags dug deep. Julian Strother on the feed from Timme, and that's all she wrote. Gonzaga wins 85-75. Drew Timme with a 32.11 rebound performance. Gonzaga sets the modern NCAA record with now 72 straight home victories. And we will hear from the Bulldogs about the significance of breaking such a record coming up in our full sportscast.
Thank you, Julian. How one Bellevue makeup company ended up on national news just days before Christmas.
More teens are committing crimes in the inland Northwest. Why this new trend has law enforcement worried.
And a Christmas tree on the South Hill was cut down and stolen. The owner's message to the person responsible.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Subaru.
Are you okay? Someone help. Hello?
Without 340B, hospitals and clinics could close. Tell your member of Congress to keep 340B working for our community.
It's like the Avengers have arrived.
I'm here to have some fun.
The buzziest late show on Hollywood Boulevard. Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Is there anything he won't brag about?
Exactly how bad is our housing shortage? Washington State Commerce Department research puts Washington State dead last, 50th out of all 50 states in available housing supply. The housing shortage means higher prices for renters and home buyers. The solution is more housing. Our representatives in Olympia can fix this problem by passing laws that allow for more housing to be built. Join our Welcome Home Coalition. We can act to welcome more families home.
A lot happening in the forecast this week. Mark Peterson pinpoints the weather alert days that could affect your holiday plans.
And the extreme cold can be dangerous if you have to be out in it. What to look for and how to keep you and your loved ones safe. Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. When Live with Kelly and Ryan is your home for the holidays.
There's so much to see and so much to do.
You'll sing about it.
Hey, that's exciting.
Dance about it. You'll even kick and shout about it.
Warmest wishes
to you and yours this holiday season.
Watch Daytime's #1 duo, weekdays at 9 a.m., only on 4 News Now.
4 News Now is brought to you by Post Falls Volkswagen.
Thanks for staying up with Nightside. Snow and ice-covered roads are keeping tow truck companies busy tonight.
One local company we spoke to answered hundreds of calls in the last 36 hours. Divine's Towing answers emergency calls. If you need a tow on the side of I-90, there's a good chance they may be the ones who show up. And with these extremely cold temperatures in the forecast, Joseph Arlt, the fleet safety manager, says he's nervous.
Ice is just going to get thicker. The snow's going to get taller. It's going to be a lot more dangerous to be out on the roads. And as much as I love my job, I would appreciate people to just stay home if they can and stay safe.
Here's another reason to stay home. A tow out of pocket for just getting pulled out of your driveway can cost up to $172 an hour, while getting a tow through roadside assistance is cheaper. The owner there says the manager there says because of the cost difference, you could wait up to 8 hours for roadside assistance. And he says in that situation, you're just going to want to call the tow truck company directly and then work with your insurance to pay for it. If you're driving by a tow truck, like the one you see on your screen here, trying to work in these tough conditions, Alt asks that you give them plenty of space and please slow down.
That goes for the plows as well. The Department of Transportation in Idaho reporting numerous plows being hit in North Idaho this evening. Here is a look right now on I-90 at Northwest Boulevard in Coeur d'Alene, and I-90 does not look all that great. Snow covered and icy right now. Meanwhile, update on the passes. Snoqualmie Pass is open in both directions. However, chains are all-wheel drive required. That goes for Stevens as well. Tough to get updates on Lookout Pass, but the last I've heard, westbound is open and eastbound is closed. I've checked all available info and I don't have that, and 4th of July is open, but boy, would I avoid going over the passes tonight. 13 right now in Coeur d'Alene. It's only 2 in Spokane presently with clear skies. That temperature is going to continue to drop. 3 below with mostly clear conditions. Not much of a breeze out of the north at 5 to 10, but that's enough to take those wind chills down. Winds pick up a little bit more tomorrow, up to 15-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We will be lucky if our wind chill reading gets above 0. A wind chill warning until noon on Thursday. The coldest air is going to be around Thursday morning, but we are looking at dangerously cold wind chills of 20 to 30 below. You do not want to spend any amount of time time outside with exposed skin. Here's a look at some of the forecast wind chill readings for Thursday morning in the 20s below zero, which is rare territory for the inland Northwest. Overnight lows tonight will be down in the single digits and single digits below zero. You can see where there's a few more clouds. We're going to hang on to a few more degrees. Last time we were below zero, by the way, was in March 1st of 2019. Not much of a warm up tomorrow. We will only be in the single digits in many locations. Weather alert days for the wind chill warning for Wednesday and Thursday. We have more snow coming in on Friday and some additional travel challenges. Christmas Eve, rain and freezing rain possible mixing in with the snow, and then we're all the way up into the 40s by Tuesday, Aaron.
Chris, thank you. Spokane police say more young people are committing crime in the community. A 16-year-old is behind bars tonight, held on murder and assault charges from over the weekend.
And this is just one example of the issue police, prosecutors, and violence prevention experts are worried about. A shooting on Sunday at this apartment complex, like Aaron was just mentioning, a string of armed robberies in downtown Spokane, and then 3 gun stores hit by thieves who took off with guns. In all of these recent crimes, police are arresting people under the age of 18. Police say they've arrested more young people this year compared to last, and law enforcement says kids are impressionable and that can lead to bad decisions.
When there isn't that support structure, when they're given the opportunity to make poor decisions, sometimes they will, and sometimes those decisions manifest themselves in really severe and harmful criminal behavior.
Across Washington, the Office of Firearm Safety and Violence Prevention is trying to combat the issue. They say parents need to make sure their firearms are locked up and stored away from kids. They're also starting intervention programs for at-risk youth to show them violence isn't the answer and to help them stay away from crime. Well, new on Nightside, if you're still looking for a Christmas gift, buying something made in America has a lot of benefits, like supporting job creation, putting money back into the American economy, and making sure that working conditions are ethical.
Well, a business in Bellevue made it to World News Tonight's Made in America list. Not only are they local, they donate a portion of every sale to people in need.
To Bellevue, Washington, Thrive Cosmetics.
Hi, David.
Founder Carissa Bodnar.
At Thrive Cosmetics, we are so grateful to be made in America.
30 new hires just this year, 150 workers in all. Meet Mara, Maria, and Tiffany.
This is our Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara.
This is our Sunproof Priming Sunscreen.
This is our Focus Eyeshadow Palette. These products
are proudly made
in the USA.
Their name, Cosmetics, because they donate a portion of every sale to those in need.
We are proud to donate to hundreds of charities across all 50 U.S. states.
Way to go, everyone!
Donating their products too.
Getting ready to make some massive donations.
Carissa had the idea after losing her own friend, Christy Lamond, to cancer at just 24.
Thank you, David!
Pretty cool. Also new on Nightside, Elon Musk will be stepping down as Twitter's CEO. The state of the app has been chaotic since Musk took over, with mass layoffs and policy changes and backlash following the abrupt decision to suspend several journalists. Tonight, Musk confirmed he will step down, but only when he identifies a successor. The announcement comes following a Twitter poll he created this week where 17 million users voted, with more than 57% saying he should resign. Musk said he will continue to run the software and servers teams at Twitter, meaning he may continue to exercise significant influence on the company's decision-making.
And the U.S. Postal Service is building one of the largest electric fleets in the U.S., announcing today it's buying 66,000 electric vehicles. It says 3/4 of its fleet will be electric by 2028, but all new vehicles purchased will be electric from 2026 onward. The Postal Service said the upgrade is in part due to the $3 billion in funding from the Inflation Reduction Act signed by President Biden August 16th of this year. Stay with us.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do with friends and family. Visit your local Chevy dealer, and when you find your red tag, you find your deal. Then make the most of your time with the people who matter most. Find new moments, find new roads. Find your red tag and get $2,500 total cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Find the perfect gift for your wine lover at Latah Creek.
Stop in or shop online. We'll help you find your new favorite wine.
Come in to Latah Creek today. Sip, shop, ship most anywhere in the USA.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Chris with Clark's Tire and Automotive. Right now is the best time to get your vehicle in to get it checked over. Come on in for a free winter inspection. We're going to check your brakes, shocks, struts, tires, air filter, wiper blades, and your heating and cooling system to make sure you're winter ready. If you can't make it into one of our shops, give us a call. We now have a mobile service. We offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile parts and labor warranty. We support our local law enforcement, our schools, our nurses and doctors, and we're here to support you. Come and try us out. We are a friendly neighborhood service repair center.
Now it's official. Xfinity has the fastest internet and the fastest mobile service. That's right, Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. Plus, save hundreds on internet for your first 2 years when you add mobile. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Get gig speed internet for $50 a month for 2 full years when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data. Plus, get $200 back. Switch today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Visit Downtown Coeur d'Alene this holiday season.
Thanks for staying up with Nightside. Well, on the South Hill, we are watching someone go out of their way to steal holiday spirit by literally dragging away Christmas decorations. You can see there in the top right-hand corner of your screen, a person caught on camera cutting down a decorated tree from someone's front yard and then just dragging it away. It was one of 2 decorated trees that were stolen that night. The other was an artificial tree that was set up on the front porch.
Well, it happened to a person who tells 4 News Now he goes out of his way to decorate because he loves the holiday season. Roger Takahuchi is a longtime resident of the South Hill. His girlfriend gave him that tree as a present when they first moved to Spokane almost a decade ago. After seeing the footage of someone cutting it down, stealing it right off of his property, he tells us he was incredibly disappointed. And if they wanted a Christmas tree, they should have just asked.
They really wanted a Christmas tree. Come and knock on our door and we'll get you a Christmas tree. Don't cut our Christmas tree down. I guess it brings whoever took it joy for a couple of weeks, but then you're going to throw it away when it could still be living. And that's kind of the sad thing. I guess people don't think about that.
Well, the tree that was stolen was a Colorado spruce. Roger says getting a similarly sized replacement could run anywhere from $800 to $1,000.
I am so sorry that that happened. I wish there was something we could do for Roger. What a nice man. We had only 2.7 inches of snow officially at the airport. Little bit of snow caused so many problems around the Spokane area. You may have had more at your house. Right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, snowfall totals in general were reported in at 3 to 4 inches. Some higher totals in North Idaho. But look at our season to date. We are 32 inches. Our average to this point in the season is only almost 15 inches, so we're more than double. Forecast radar, the very last of some snow showers are moving out of the region. We do still have the possibility for some hit and miss snow showers in the central panhandle overnight. Here's Wednesday at 6 o'clock, but with clear skies, it is going to be a beautiful day tomorrow as long as you're inside looking out. Once you step outside, that cold can take your breath away. We have a weather alert day for tomorrow for dangerous wind chill. Any exposed skin should be covered. It's for the entire inland Northwest. Wednesday morning through Thursday at noon, a wind chill warning. 4 things to know. Our snow is tapered off, sub-zero temperatures. We have a wind chill warning, but it will be warmer by Christmas. Aaron?
Chris, thank you. Gonzaga basketball set an NCAA record with 72 straight home victories. Hear from the team about this big accomplishment that's coming up in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
Okay, it seems everywhere you turn, there is another wild con. And Friday night, we're serving up 2 juicy cons.
Ooh, wild.
First up.
Not everybody has their pastor on the FBI's most wanted list.
Hold up. What?
How much did this man lose? $40 million was stolen.
And imagine having a best friend who says they're royalty.
But wait, there's a catch.
What? No. If you think you would never ever fall for a con, don't be so sure.
Friday night on 20/20 at 9/8 Central on ABC.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXOY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
The holidays are for making memories, and you can count on Honda to help you make them. Whether it's in a capable Ridgeline, adventurous CRV, a rugged Passport, or a dynamic Pilot, start making memories of your own with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Here we grow again. Even more fun is headed to Spokane Tribe Casino. You love Caesar Sportsbook, the Grill and Bar, and larger variety of games we recently added. Gear up for a new food court, a completely smoke-free gaming area, a state-of-the-art entertainment venue, and more. Things just keep getting better. You're in for guaranteed Holly Jolly wins of free slot play, gift cards, or up to $1,000 cash. Play the Santa's Workshop kiosk game this December at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
A white Christmas, a white knuckle drive. We've already seen pileups on mountain passes. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect on air, online, and on the app with 4 News Now.
How does the saying go? You have to do something at least 18 times for it to be a habit. Well, Gonzaga basketball has surpassed that. Welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. The Bulldogs came into tonight with 71 straight home wins, just one shy of the modern NCAA record. Gonzaga looking to break that against Montana, and Montana had no answer for Drew Timme. I mean, who does? Timme stays with it, gets the putback, and he's played out of his mind these last few games. Here he is again. Timme on the defensive end gets the stop, grabs the rebound, and decides to take it himself. Watch out. Get ready to see that dunk on commercials everywhere. Now, Montana hung around. They were in this game. They didn't back down. Josh Bannon face-up game strong. That cut it to a 5-point game with 3 minutes left, and that's when the Zags said, okay, enough playing around. Julian Strother says, let's go home. The reverse lay-in, and that's all she wrote. Gonzaga wins 85-75. Drew Timme messes around and gets a 32-point, 11-rebound double-double. Just another night for Timme. Oh, yeah, and the Gonzaga set the modern NCAA record with 72 straight home victories.
22 in a row is something that, I mean, I don't know that that'll ever be broken in our lifetimes, you know, with just kind of all the transfers and all the stuff that's going on now. I mean, that's going to be, hopefully we'll keep it rolling and get it somewhere. But as I told the guys, anytime you have, you know, where you can make history or something, I mean, that's something really, really special.
I think it's kind of just our way of saying thank you to the community for always supporting us and sticking by us no matter what, because without them, this isn't possible, and it's something that it's truly amazing.
Eagles of Eastern Washington hosting Northwest Indian College. There's Steel Venters right there with the Kobe Bryant type fadeaway. Eagles took the lead in this one and really never looked back. Here they are off the miss. The fast break. Venters finds Cedric Coward, and just like Coach drew it up, gets the easy lay-in. Now Eastern, here they are with the ball once again. The three-pointer right here is off the mark. Angelo Allegri says, if you can't take the heat, get out of the paint. Eastern Washington drops a season-high 130 points in the win. It's the second highest point total in program history. Eastern will take on Montana at 6 o'clock Thursday on the road. And prior to the men's game, the Eastern Washington women's team cruised to a win over Utah State. Aaliyah Alexander led the way for Eastern Washington with 21 points. And the Eagles, they ran away with it 84-54. Eastern has now won 3 of its last 4 games. Similar to the men's team, the women's team will also take on Montana. Tip-off is 6 o'clock Thursday, only that one is in Cheney. And Idaho men's hoops defeats Cal State Northridge 76-73 on the road. Isaac Jones scored a game-high 29 points for the Vandals. Idaho has now won 5 of the last 6 games. The Vandals will take on Long Beach State on the road at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night.
Family, friends, and former players all gathered at Humphrey Coliseum in Starkville, Mississippi to celebrate the life of former Washington State head football coach Mike Leach. Leach died last week after complications from a heart condition. Now, there were 13 guest speakers in total, including SEC Conference Commissioner Greg Sankey, former Oklahoma coach Bob Stoops, and USC coach Lincoln Riley. Now, one of the most impactful speakers of the day was former Washington State quarterback and Cougar fan favorite Gardner Minshew.
But that was one of the things that made Coach so special. You know, he could see that potential in people and help bring it out of you. You know, he didn't believe those really overachievers. If you could achieve it, you know, that was your 100%. But he had a gift of getting you closer to that 100%. Than you ever thought was possible. And that's a hell of a gift.
Minshew played under Leach in 2018 when he led the Cougars to a win in the Alamo Bowl. And Washington State defensive back Derek Langford Jr. has declared for the NFL draft. Langford had 2 interceptions and 39 tackles for the Cougars this past season. And make sure to tune in tomorrow for our coverage of National Signing Day. Find out the newest members of Washington State, Eastern Washington, and Idaho football. You'll also hear from the head coaches as well. That'll wrap us up for sports.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
What I want people to know about Numerica's involvement is that it's genuine.
I work at a company that supports the community because we're a part of it.
It's important to give back to the community you live in. We are truly here to help, and we're passionate about it.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do with friends and family. Visit your local Chevy dealer, and when you find your red tag, you find your deal. Then make the most of your time with the people who matter most. Find new moments, find new roads. Find your red tag and get $2,500 total cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Sometimes you gotta start small. From throw pillows and water beds to 4 specialty stores under one roof, Furniture Row sure has changed over the last 50 years. And we couldn't have done it without you. Because being your local source for high quality and affordably stylish home furnishings and mattresses means the world to us. And we take pride knowing we've helped create lasting memories, smiles, and relationships within the communities we live and work. So from our family to yours, here's to another 50 years. Furniture Row.
'Tis the season to get great gifts you can enjoy all year long from the pros at Snow's Auto, like remote car starts, $40 off. New tonneau covers for the truck, 20% off. WeatherTech floor mats marked down. Or crank up the sound with a brand new head unit and get a free set of coax speakers or a Serwin Vega bass package for $299. It's time to buy the best gifts everyone wants this week at Snow's.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Temperatures right now 2 in Spokane, 13 below in Colville. It's 25 in Lewiston. I think the thermometer broke in Winthrop. Right around the Spokane area, 4 below in Deer Park, 2 below in Meade, and 1 below at Fairchild Air Force Base and Cheney, 2 below in Spangle. Let's go to Rathdrum and take a look at the snow situation at Terry Anderson's house tonight. That is deep snow, and he says he's going to have a lot of shoveling to do, and I can see that. He's just waiting for the winds to pick up there in Rathdrum tomorrow.
If he plans it right, maybe the wind will blow most of that away.
Yeah, if you put it in your hand today and blow the snow, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's
like
so
little
fluffy.
Sparkles. Somebody who was doing that.
Oh, look at this, talking of sparkles. Look at that little sparkly pup.
He just is so sweet. That's my dog, Rory, getting another shout out. He loves spending time outside playing in the snow, but we do have some tips for your pets. I know Chris has 3 dogs, so she knows all about this. But if you have a dog that likes to jump around in the snow, make sure that their fur between their paws is nice and trimmed. Sometimes it gets too cold right there.
Most of the time they'll let you know when they're not having a good time.
That is